Celebrating 10 years living the RV dream. Hello, everybody, and I'm riding with my RV, wherever I want to be. Cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah. Well, hello, Pelican Heads. Happy Friday. Even though YouTube says excellent connection here right now, don't be fooled. At some point, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some buffering because that's life on the road. Hey, let me read some of your comments here. The Curtis family says the man, the myth, the legend, the traveling Robert. Thank you so much, man. It's Don Rizzi, 10 years. Wow, you're an old dog in more than one way. But hello everyone, be safe on a holiday weekend. Yes, also celebrating Labor Day here in the United States, which marks officially the end of the summer season in many areas. Jeffrey McCommon, congrats on 10 years of RV living. Thank you. Revin Passion, here we go. Anyway, let me uh, I was gonna say something inspiring and elevated, but I forgot what it was. We're here. We're actually. This is the thing. Today I pretty much drove all day. We left. We were staying at this campground just south of Baxter State Park in Maine, which is like there in the Maine, in the woods. If you listen to the podcast this morning, or if you are a member or a patron, you know where we've been. And let me tell you, we really enjoyed Maine this time around. It had its ups and downs. This is real life, real RV life. But yeah, it was 10 years ago to the date exactly. Not when we started RVing per se, but it was 10 years ago that we signed on the dotted line, and yeah, we went to Fort Myers. I remember because I had seen this RV that was, that could kind of. I've told this story before, but bear with me. I'm old. I'm gonna tell it again. I found this RV online by Winnebago. I was like, Winnebago, Winnebago is like. Let me tell you the story of Winnebago. The first time I heard the word Winnebago was in the movie Sneakers. And at the end of the movie, the character played by Dustin Hoffman, he said, was it Dustin Hoffman? He says, like, some people say peace on earth. No, peace on earth was the guy that the Sidney Poitier guy wanted to go to Tahiti. Who wanted the one? Somebody wanted the Winnebago, and somebody, the U.S. government was gonna give him anything they wanted, and this guy wanted the Winnebago, fully loaded. And I'm like, what the heck is a Winnebago? At the time, I had no idea what a Winnebago was. I was it was like early '90s. But then I knew what a Winnebago was. Figured out once we got Google in 1999. Well, we had Yahoo before that. And anyway, long story short, I found this RV online. They had it at the Fort Myers La Mesa RV, which says, well, let's just go. I big as a 4 hour drive, or not even like 3 hour drive. Let's just go. We'll make a road trip out of it. We'll go there just to see it. And when we saw it, you know, there's salespeople, they want you to buy the RV. So they long story short, we bought it that one day. It was gonna be like what, $200 a month, which in the grand scheme of things, especially nowadays, is it's nothing. So that's what we did. And Daniel Ruiz, thank you for that super chat. Having fun up here is the main thing. I see Maine. Yeah, I see what you did there. Uh, we're not in Maine anymore. We're right now in Massachusetts. We're gonna be here for. And then again, Massachusetts is one of those states that we've done very little. We did Boston 6 years ago. We did Salisbury 3 years ago. And now we're going to spend the whole 6 days, at least, in Massachusetts. MT Mikey. Hey, Mikey Barbie. Mike and Barbie. Greetings from Hot Montana. Congrats on 10 years. But you need 25 more to catch up. Looking forward to crossing trails in Arizona this winter. I really hope so too, man. 25. I hope you know I hope to be doing this. Um, I mean, we're gonna mix it up with international trips and other stuff, but I hope to be doing this until I can no longer drive. By the way, we're drinking, which I picked up at the northernmost point of US One, First Mile Brewing, and I think it's pretty good. They had two IPAs, and I didn't go to the brewery because it was closed on a Tuesday. But I went to the supermarket and at random I did a. By the way, Hannaford is the supermarket here in this area in New England. It is an outstanding product. Yeah, we're truly living the RV dream now. Um, Henry Kosovsky, traveling. What was your last full time job before you started YouTube? I was commercial operations specialty for Sony Pictures Latin America. Specialist. Did I say specialty? Maybe this beer is better than I thought. Commercial operations specialist. That was my title. A big James Slade, Santa Claus. Congratulations on 10 years of RV life, traveling Robert, and hello everyone from moderately cooler South Central Kansas. We've been following you for about 5 years and have really enjoyed your travels. So hey, that's not bad. Half of our RV life. And to be honest, the first the first 4 years we were mostly weekenders. We did a couple of longer trips, and then for the next couple of years, uh, we did part time and part time solo and part time together. And then after 2001, that's when we've been able to travel together full time. By the way, it is for those of you in the heat. And you got a quick reflection of Ely there on the screen. You may pause if you want. 71.8 degrees out there, 54. You don't see you anymore. It is 76 in here. We don't have the AC on or anything like that. The weather has been beautiful for the past couple of days. As it is, you get rain and then you get this perfect weather. I mean, it's been sunny. This morning was like in the 50s. I mean, it's, yeah, I'm not complaining. Remy Passion, happy 10-year Minitini traveling Robert. Yeah, we're on Minitini 4 now. We'll see what Minitini 5 looks like. So, exploring coast to coast. Happy Friday, Robert and Illy, Lucky Dog and RV DJ and everyone out there. Hello there. Having a great time here. Rafael Yacaping, are you coming to Mooresville, North Carolina? Robert? Actually, we might pass by Mooresville after the Hershey RV show. I mean, we gotta go south, and there's only so many ways we can go south. I'm gonna pick probably the most efficient way to get to Santee, South Carolina, and that probably involves taking I-84 through Mooresville and then after Columbia. I don't know. I have to look at the route, but there's a good chance we're gonna be going through. Maybe we should, since it is the 10th year anniversary, we should go to the place where old Kia died and just do like a not a reenactment. That wouldn't be a good thing, but like a remembrance thing. RV talk. Hey, congrats on 10 amazing years, Robert. I started watching you when you first picked up the RV from the dealership with the Kia. A lot has changed since you. Since then, oh, I have changed a bit too. Since then, and there's so much more to come. Yeah, I really hope so. I mean, I'd like to think that we're just getting started here. um, Traveling Robert, you should go to Nantucket, Massachusetts with your RV when you're in Massachusetts. That's an island. I'm sure there's a ferry, right? And there was a joke about a lady from Nantucket or something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, thank you, Jim in DC, for happy 10th and RV and anniversary. That's another way to say it. Which, by the way, also thank you, Lucky Dog Productions moderator Sue. You've been here for a long time, and also the RV DJ. and all the other folks. I mean, I know some of you have been here from nearly the beginning. So, for example, he's not here yet, but Red Jaguar. I mean, Herbie has been here for a very long time too, and I remember some of those old names from the very early days when there was only like maybe 10 people active in the chat here at the live streams.
Greg Sawyer is here too. He was one of the
Greg Sawyer was one of the first too. Yes, absolutely. Um, I'm gonna say hello to our friend Alan Chitwood from Manteca, California, and thank you for that super chat. Approx when Q25. It will give me a chance to see Aunt in Mesa. I'm not entirely certain of Q25 yet, but I'll probably let you know exactly after the Hershey RV show, after I get back to Miami, actually. That's when we're gonna decide exactly what we're gonna do in January. I'm gonna get in front of the calendar, and and the reason for that, we may be doing some things with Winnebago next year. So I want to talk to them. I want to sit in front of my calendar and then figure out exactly which dates we're gonna. And we're gonna plan out this year a lot better than we've planned in the past. Let's just put it that way. By the way, 278 of you here in the chat. I'm gonna go to the end of the chat and start going back up like Dookie Chips. Hello, well, there you go. Steve M. Robert in Massachusetts. You should do Normandy Farms Campground. Heard it's pretty nice. Well, this weekend, we got what we could, and we are. It's actually nice. The internet is not actually. It's holding up so far. I mean, we have no Starlink, but Verizon it seems to be decent. AT&T has better down than up, but Verizon has better up than AT&T. So that's what we're doing. Greetings, Robert and family, mods and viewers. Happy 10th RVversary from Sirius. And hello, Travel Dreamer. Um, Courtney Shepard, happy our anniversary. You will be hanging in Connecticut on your trip. We're gonna be here in Connecticut for about 6 days, as I said. The years have flown by. Yes, Rob. It's. I mean, not really. I mean, I used to have most of my brown black hair at the time, and look at me now. But yeah, we used to live by La Mesa dealership all the time, going and from home in Naples. If memory serves, is exit 129 on I-75. It's right there by the with Lacucci River. I think it's the with Lacucci River or one of those that has Native American names. Uh, Let me go up here, see what's slow transit times. Hi, Robert, and congrats on 10 years as well as thanks on inspiring the rest of us, which played a big path in me getting out there. Well, congratulations and traveling. Hello, Gord, and fellow Pelican heads from somewhere in northern Ontario on the Trans Canada Highway. Next year, we're crossing into Ontario. Oh, by the way, Ely has been a member for Chief Pelican Head for 70 months. I didn't know that. And Radu Stafara, whom we were like an hour away from when we were driving north in Maine. Good evening, Robert. I hope you guys enjoyed the north part of Maine. And next time we will venture into New Brunswick next year, brother. Next year for sure. I promise. Um, I promise to. I'm sure our paths will cross at some time in the future. Yeah, we enjoyed Maine very much. Actually, the last thing we did in Maine, besides saying waving to Paul Bunyan today at Bangor, and just briefly seeing the state capitol at Augusta, was the ghost trains. Oh my gosh, to find those two rusting locomotives. We drove 2 hours, hiked 45 minutes just to see them. So just the anniversary, the anniversary, the effort. I was reading Brandon's message. Just the effort of getting there made it all worth it. Brandon Stargell, hello, hello. Happy Friday. Happy 10th RVversary. Thank you so much, Brandon. And at some point we gotta hang out again in North Georgia. Maybe when I buy a Pelican Appalachia. Huh? Dave Simmons, whom we met last week, and Prudence. Hello, Robert. Thanks for visiting Maine. Prudence and I wish another 10 years of traveling this beautiful country. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you both. Uh, the time we spent hanging out at the Black Sheep and then at the brewery, at the winery. It was a great time. It was fun. Brody. Thank you for that super chat. Inspiration for me mom's in the hospital. Hey, hope she's on the mend. Um, John Mason Smith. Last summer, while in Massachusetts, we went to Concord to see the site of Paul Revere's last ride. Great MPS site. We might do that. I mean, we're gonna be all over the place. There's so much we want to do, and we have 3 full days. Illy doesn't have to work because it's a holiday weekend, so we're gonna try to be out there the whole time. By the way, I don't have an outside camera today because the outside camera is the same device I'm using for internet, and I'm afraid that if I turn on the outside camera, we might lose the signal. So, by the way, Brandon, oh, Illy got you beat by 11 months, man. He's celebrating 15 months of the Chief Pelican Head. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Hope all is well, my friend. We'll definitely hang out again. Beer on me. I've been out of the loop since travel basketball took over my life. Baseball. I mean, baseball. You know, you get to my age, Brandon, your eyesight kind of starts suffering there. Especially, I'm wearing this bifocal, so sometimes if your message is like on the top half, I'm guessing the words. Where were we? Greetings from the West. When is the next California trip? Well, whenever we go back to the West, which may well be this January, we're definitely gonna go into California. I mean, I have to plan it well because there's so much I want to do, so much I want to see. But probably not northern California, but the southern half. I want to go back to Pismo and camp at the dunes. What's called Oceano dunes. I would love to camp there. So Carmen Crew, congrats on 10 years of RV Live. Hidden Holden and Carmen send safe travels. Thank you so much. Uh, Wempner Wanderings, congrats on 10 amazing years. We're just babies heading on to our third year as RV owners. Here's to many more. Cheers from Minnesota. Well, cheers from Massachusetts. Bob Leach, would you recommend Hoham along the Lost Coast? Yes. Very nice campground. I mean, the only thing with the Lost Coast and all that area, the beaches, you have to go into the barrier islands to get into good beaches, but very nice campground, very laid back. You have the town of oh man, what's the name of that town with the smallest police station in the world? Um, there's a couple of nice restaurants there, great food. I mean, let me look it up. Now I have to look it up. You see, it's let me turn off satellite maps so I use less internet here. And that town is called. You're probably gonna figure it out before me. Carabel. Check out Carabel, Florida. Garces on the road, La Mesa RVs, exit 141 in Fort Myers. We have the pleasure of taking our Winnebago there. Yeah, I get it. Pleasure. I know what you mean, brother. Wish their service was like 10 years ago, lol. Now they're expanding and just built a brand new building. Does that mean they have better service now than 10 years ago? Because anyway, interpret my silence. Edward Dulski, thank you for that super chat. Congrats, Robert Tast, on the best travel RV channel on YouTube. I'm looking forward to the next 10 years of your excellence on YouTube. Thank you so much. and I have no intentions of quitting anytime soon. So we'll see you on the road for sure. Let me. Is my chat not showing up here? Here we go. What about any large moose sightings? No, the moose are shy this year. I've seen a couple of statues of moose, but trucks still running good. Says Dookie Chips. Yeah, the Starship has turned out to be an outstanding. I mean, it's had certain electronic glitches. As any electronic, it's a computer on wheels, so it's gonna have. Sometimes you have to reboot it, right? But other than that, mechanically speaking, as far as I can tell, it's being oil and gas and a new set of tires that I had to do, but that's about it. Alan Shitwood, just be glad you didn't get cataract surgery like I did 2 weeks ago. Oh man, got new lessons. Now you must see like 2020, right? Um, no, I had LASIK. Oh man, 24 years ago. Robert, how will you contrast Highway 1 on the East Coast versus Highway 101 on the West Coast? No, there's no comparison. Highway 1 on the East Coast, you don't really see the coast. It's mostly inland, and it's not fair. It's different coastlines. Even when you are in Acadia, which is perhaps the most scenic and picturesque part of the eastern coast, the West Coast has Big Sur, and I mean, yeah, it's a totally, it's oranges and apples, like they say. So it wouldn't be a fair comparison. Like it wouldn't be fair to. Uh, anyway, you know what I mean. um, it's no secret that I think that as far as scenery, it's very few places on the east half of the United States can compare with some of the places that you can see on the west side of the west half of the United States as far as scenery is concerned. Um, Now, as far as white sand beaches where you can actually swim, nothing beats Florida, in my opinion. After watching your Alaska videos, John Durenning, we are planning an Alaska trip in 2026. Congrats on your 10th year's anniversary. And yeah, that Alaska trip, it's one of a lifetime. It's someone started a fire somewhere out there. Yeah, the scenery in Alaska is like a colleague, another YouTuber said, you have mountains in the lower 48, you have lakes, you have rivers, you have beautiful coastlines, you have great food, but in Alaska it's just and it's just being there, being in the land. If you show up the land of extremes, in summer it never gets dark, in winter you barely see the light. It's um it's just being there and enjoying such which in many areas it does feel like the last frontier. So Garces, La Mesa in Port St. Lucie is our go-to now. Yep, take 3 hours away now. Yeah, and for me, from me, Miami is about 3 hours away, each one of those. But I agree, I kind of like the one in Port St. Lucie a little better. Christopher Olson, what video will you show on Sunday? Well, if you were hoping to see something other than Madrid, I'm sorry to disappoint. We're still in Madrid. I mean, this is the thing. I was hoping to make Madrid one long video. He says that we're buffering, but we're on and off, I think. Um, I was hoping to make Madrid one long video, and
Everybody says you're buffering, so see.
I'm seeing
You're still good? Okay.
myself back.
Okay.
Maybe it's back. Maybe it buffered for a little bit. I'm seeing myself my return feed here. So, um, I totally forgot what I was going to
Sunday's
say.
video.
Oh, Sunday's video. This is the thing. I was hoping to make it like an hour long video about Madrid or hour and a half, but while on the road, it's very hard to make those long videos. So it's gonna be again Madrid this this Sunday. Am I still buffering? I see myself on the return feed, so I don't know. Um, I see that we're almost a whole minute behind. So anyway, the it's gonna be this is gonna be a different Madrid video. It's gonna be like more of the beaten path. It's gonna be Madrid like I'm gonna show you where I used to live when I was there in 1987, 88. Um, when I went to school, I want to show you the places that I hung out. It's gonna be like the other Madrid, not so much the touristy Madrid. Yeah, we're gonna go to the flea market. We're gonna finish the day at a very touristy area again. But yeah, we're gonna really. It's the day that we're gonna get on the subway or on the metro, and we're gonna get a little off the beaten path. And then the one that I'm editing right now, I think is gonna be great. Is our first video of the van life series, and that's gonna be Toledo, Spain. Chris Douglas, hello from Half Moon Bay. Last time you were ringing California, you drove right by our house and didn't say hi. I'm sorry about that. I'll make sure the next time we go to Half Moon Bay, uh, we'll stop. Remy says not buffering anymore. That's good. Yeah, we probably buffered for a little bit. I'm actually surprised it's working this well. Thanks, Remy Passion. Hope you hit the subscribe button. Greg Graham. I missed the previous thread. It's
Your mom is here.
my mom is here. I think a moose is blocking the signal, says Jim in DC. Jim, I haven't seen any moose. I think the moose are on vacation or I don't know. Everybody say hello to my mom. Greetings to everyone. Hope all of you have a good health. Have an excellent weekend. A big hug. Love, mom. Cheers to mom. By the way, someone told me that the IPA from First Mile wasn't good, but I really like it. Eh, Compared to Spain, Garces on the road. Now you're talking about language here. What brand of cava do you recommend here in the US? Well, the one that is ubiquitous everywhere. It's a black bottle. It's called Net or something like that. I mean, they have it at the Winn Dixie in Perry. So if they have it at the Winn Dixie in Perry, they have it pretty much everywhere in the U.S. Um, I would also go for the Campo Viejo or the what's the other one that we get marked? Oh, they have it at Total Wine, and they have two. They have like the inexpensive one that is like 10.99, and they have like the $20 bottle of cava, and that's the Viuda Segura Viudas, and I joke like the Viuda is Segura, which Viuda means widow. So Viuda es Segura is like the widow is for sure, kind of, if you get what I mean. And it is like going like, I can't believe he said that. Jeffrey Bacama, who's got $100 for Robert? I don't know, but I need to go to the ATM. Christopher also say hello to my mom, DG. Happy RV anniversary and many more to come. Thank you for inspiring us and wish you all the best. Salute, brother. Salute to you. Cheers. Traveling Robert, to celebrate the 10th year anniversary, you should do a reaction on the stream to one of your older videos for a little bit. I mean, a video from the way at the beginning. If I had good internet, I would do that. Maybe I'll do that next week. I'll download the the master video somehow. But if you want to laugh, yeah, go to some of my older videos. Actually, do you think the internet is gonna break if I do that? Yeah, the internet is gonna break if I do that, isn't it? Let's see if this works. If it doesn't work, we'll turn it off. This is Road Nomad special episode, our maiden voyage. Enjoy. Yep, we did it. We had one of those you only live once moments and decided to get our first RV. It is a Winnebago Micro Mini 1706 FB, the smallest and lightest one the company makes. And today, we are going to pick it up. Our luggage is ready. All the stuff we think we are going to need for our maiden voyage. Yes, we're going to pick up our brand new travel trailer. We are driving across Florida, east to west on the Alligator Alley, which is a section of I-75. And here we are arriving near Fort Myers at La Mesa RV, where we are going to pick up our brand new travel trailer. So exciting. New car smell.
When you press these buttons, do so with the flat of your finger.
We get a lengthy orientation of all the RV systems that I won't bore you with right now. My vehicle and the RV must go through some upgrades for safer towing. Most importantly, a weight distribution system that I must learn how to assemble and disassemble.
So now I'm coming down. We'll fall out of there. And you're real sure you put the pin in there.
There is also an anti-sway bar that needs to be attached.
Tighten this up. That's pretty tight right there. Now back it off a quarter turn.
Eventually, I also got a $300 electric jack after seeing this guy do all the muscle work up and down, and then I had to do it myself. Hey, one less thing, right? Yes, we are ready to go. As ready as we're going to be. What do you guys think? Finally picked up the RV and we're pulling into the interstate here, and it handles pretty well. We'll see how it goes when I get to the campground. As you can see, I cannot see anything to the back, but we'll manage. We have decided to stay at the Corishan Historic Site, which is a beautiful Florida state park, and as soon as I'm muted. I'm sorry, I'm muted. Sorry about that. No sound. I thought I had unmuted it, but then probably when I stopped the video, it muted itself again. Anyway, that thing is shiny. Yeah, the old Winnebago was shiny. Yeah, sorry about that. The no audio. It's uh I was reading your comments here. DJ RV, the RV DJ has an easy lift system. Yeah, that was the one that they saw. By the way, guys, I didn't know anything. I mean, I knew to pull the black lever first and then the gray, that kind of thing. But I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about like brake controllers or weight distribution, anything like that. I thought like I saw, my Kia can tow 3,500. This thing is no sound. No. What do you mean? No, there's sound. Yeah. This thing is 3,000 dry. I could probably tow it, and yeah, the thing is, we are now really behind. The feed is almost 3 minutes behind, is it? Anyway, you haven't aged a bit. Seeing your Charleston T-shirt has me wondering how many T-shirts you've added to your collection since then. I mean, that Charleston T-shirt is gone. I mean, it just went through too many cycles on the washing machine. But Remy wants to know, what are you gonna do with that rig? I don't know. The rig, I'm still torn between like really upgrading it and taking it to Mexico next year, or or it depends on what happens in the future. Just letting it sit there at Pelicamp and make it like a permanent thing. I don't know. Um, there are many things with the rig that I'm gonna have to like really fix. Like I tried to change the license plate the other day, and the screws are so rusted that I couldn't take them off. So we'll see. I mean, so let me refresh here really quick just to see. How bad are we doing with the? Okay, well, we're not so bad actually. I thought it was worse. Christopher Olson, I have to leave early today. Rumors say you can see the northern lights outside my city. It is rare in my area. Oh, hey, enjoy. You gotta go take a picture, man. Take a picture and send me that picture. I want to see it. I'm tired of hooking and unhooking those hitches, says Alan Chidwood. A real pain in the rear at 70 years old. That's why I want to move to a small drivable at some point because even though I'm a little, just not much, but a little younger than you, it's still a pain in the ass. Yeah. The travel dreamer. After watching Jim Foster and the RVDJ hooking up, I decided it requires a PhD. I mean, you get the hang of it, but yeah, it's old Kia Mini Tini One traveling Robert and Liana, start of a legend travel videos, and Dylan Reynolds is here next week. We'll be watching from 6 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Cool. And I was gonna say something about hitching and unhitching. Yeah, I mean, we haven't even unhitched here yet. We arrived. I kind of leveled it, and I mean, we arrived like half an hour before the live. Well, an hour, but you have to check in, and then I connected the hookups, but we haven't really unhitched. We're not gonna move from here until tomorrow. Let's be honest. And tomorrow we're probably gonna do like Plymouth, and there's a water fire at Providence, which we did a couple of years ago. We want to go again. Raul Medina is driving to Fort Worth. Cool town, Fort Worth. How do you become a Pelican head? I'm already a huge fan. Um, well, all of you are Pelican heads by default. If you want to be a chief Pelican head, there's a join button somewhere down there, and it's a membership, and you get to see like actually
You can give memberships.
I can give memberships next month. Actually, I'm gonna give if the internet cooperates. I think we just started buffering, didn't we? Yeah, I lost the chat. I lost the chat here for some reason. Oh no, update payment method. Never mind, I'll do it next week. Eh, I guess I haven't used my, yeah. Anyway, next week, stay tuned. Next week, I'm gonna give five, at least five free memberships to you guys. And if you're a member, I mean, it's just another way to support the work that I do. You can do it through here or Patreon, and you get access to like what I call chief Pelican head updates, which are videos like I did one today. Or was it yesterday? Yesterday from the ghost trains, and so you get to know exactly where I am, and it's one of the perks. Sometimes I do like early releases of the videos when I'm working ahead, and that kind of thing. Beth Kramer, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much, David, Jesse, and I say hello. We always look forward to seeing you on Friday. It's pouring down rain here in Vero Beach. Well, yeah, my mom says that uh, it's been raining in Florida, so yeah. What can I say? Texas is hot. It's still hot in Texas. I know here is like, man, not to rub it in, but it's 69 degrees, 69.4 degrees here in New England. Those trains were cool. Yes, you saw that and then. By the way, they were working on those trains from like 1927 to 1933. They actually went out of business with the Great Depression, and I guess it wasn't worth it to move those trains back to wherever they came from, so they left them there to rot in the middle of the North Maine forest. And it's been what, 90 years they've been there, just rusting out. And it was great to see because I mean it's a great trail. You're walking through the woods. I mean it's muddy. It's it's actually it's a cool trail, not the greatest trail because it's muddy, but all of a sudden you start seeing like artifacts. There's this huge um, boiler here to the left, and then all of a sudden you're walking you on this curve, and boom, there's the locomotive right in front of you. It's it's quite a sight to see. Ask Remy, what do you mean payment issues? Do you have to pay YouTube also? Well, I do pay them. I think it's nowadays it's 12.99 a month for YouTube Premium, which apparently they're charging me that one with no problem. But I was gonna just buy you guys five free memberships because I don't get the free memberships until next month, and apparently I have to update my payment method. So, and I didn't want to do it, right now online. So, uh, but yeah, they do nickel and dime you for everything. My mom says hello to Dylan and Aviagi, Aviagui. Where are you now? We are in Massachusetts, kind of halfway between Boston and Providence, and in the middle of in between Boston, Providence, and Providence is actually Rhode Island, and we're gonna try to do like Cape Cod and go back to Plymouth, maybe do a little bit of Boston, and but tomorrow we really want to do Newport, Rhode Island, which our friend Eddie really recommended. Eddie, he's the guy with the boat that took me out on the boat in Miami. So anyway, Chad Brooks, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
He came also.
Celebrating celebrating a third super on the live stream. The Chief Pelican Head I didn't see. Oh, here we go. Welcome to Chief Pelican Hand. Thank you so much. I see it now on the top. Yeah, the chat sometimes goes so fast, and I'm kind of slow here. Uh, don't go to Nantucket. Go to Martha's Vineyard. Better island, more places to see and to do. Trust me, we're thinking Martha's Vineyard for sure. Yeah. Traveling Road, love your corner lot in Golden Valley. Thank you, thank you. We're going there. Hopefully, we'll make it there in January or February, and we're gonna develop it into Pelican West. Let's see. I have to find someone to do. We're probably gonna have to spend a month there, at least. Find someone to do the driveway, to do the septic, to connect the water and the power, and then if we have the two RV sites there, one for us, one for a friendly neighbor, we'll be good to go. Or Greg says it's warmer here in England, UK. Well, enjoy. Tennessee home places. My mom, your mom is wonderful. Yeah, she's here in the chat, hanging out. Baxter State Park. I remember. It seems like it was way out in the boonies. Did it feel that way to you? Yes. And they kind of want to make it feel that way. Although, and I have this complaint about Baxter and many of the national parks, especially after the pandemic. Uh, Everything now is like you have to make a reservation. I mean, if you want to park at the trailhead to do like a section of the Appalachian Trail, you have to reserve that parking spot. I mean, I get it. There's like 20 spaces in that parking spot, maybe, if. But it's like it's all taking the spontaneity out of exploring these places, and I kind of don't like it. Just my thoughts, you know. Otherwise, it's a beautiful forest, and we went to this lake. I think it's called the Lazy Lake, and you get a beautiful view of Mount Katahdin behind the lake. Yeah, we did a little bit, but uh, yeah. Rafael Jacopin, can you put American flag on Pelican West after you develop it? I will put it while I'm there. And let's be honest, at least now at the beginning, I'm not gonna be out there all that long, so I don't want to leave the American flag there, unattended for long periods of time. Uh, there could be a storm, falls on the ground. So I'm just gonna put it up while I'm there. But yeah, I will have Old Glory flying while I'm there for sure. Traveling Robert for Newport, recommend Brenton Point State Park and Battery Park. Yeah, we're definitely going there actually tomorrow. Tomorrow it's it's probably the day that we're gonna explore Rhode Island the most. Now you're cooking with gas. Hello, happy Friday, Robert. I'm in Boston. When are you going to be here? Paulo Delgado. What are the chances? Um, we might swing by maybe not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow. Saturday or Sunday. Send me a private message. Um, yeah, send me a private message. Yeah, if there's a possibility, I would love to meet up. But yeah, probably not tomorrow. But definitely during the 3 full days that we're gonna be here, we're gonna go into Boston at some point. Thank you, Alan Shitwood, for that super sticker. Thank you so much. Jeffrey McCommon, sofrito. Yeah, that's what I do. My mom says thanks. Remy says that's also what makes you awesome, sporting the American flag. Yeah, I have it at Pelicamp. Lucky Dog Productions, very cool. Also, the flying simulator. Farming. I need to get me a good PC so I could play some games. I don't really have the time to play games, but I bought the Microsoft Flight Simulator just to find out that my old Dell PC couldn't handle it. So I'm still bitter about that. Rafael Munoz, where you like better, New England or Northwest? New England is cool. I think they're equally cool. They're wooded. They're both cool in summer. Um, yeah, they're both kind of remote in certain areas. You can the farther you go into the edge of what the United States is, the more different it is. Like the architecture in Maine, you have all these pristine looking houses, and they all kind of had this wood paneling, and and it's kind of different in many ways. Even the gastronomy, you use more seafood. It's unique. You don't see as many McDonald's or Burger Kings. Uh, and the same goes when you go to Key West. The same goes when you go to like the last outskirts of Northwest Washington. Like when you go near Point Flattery, and the same goes for like the Southwest. Some parts of San Diego might look more like Mexico than the United States. It's those extremes. And I like both the Northwest and the Northeast, kind of equally. Zeus406, Robert, when you pass in Dallas or near, I want to meet you, sir. Love your videos. We're going to pass through Dallas. I don't know when, actually. Yeah, we're going west, hopefully this winter, but I don't know which route we're going to take. And I would love to go to Dallas. I love that town, but I don't know exactly when we're going back. Miss Amanda J, you mentioned not having much time for gaming. How much time a day do you spend editing? Pretty much all the time that I don't spend. Well, at night sometimes we do like an hour or two. Sometimes just watching YouTube or drinking watching a movie. We drink some wine just to unwind and whatnot. But pretty much every waking hour that I'm not enjoying or filming or traveling, I am doing some kind of editing. And it's not only the editing, but it is answering email and liking your comments on Facebook or Instagram or sometimes even threads. um yeah, I'll save that for when I like truly retire 10 years from now, and when I want to slow down and do less. I'm gonna buy me a 90-inch TV and watch all the movies I've missed over the years, and play some video games. That's my plan anyway. It means now you're feeling good, on fire, living large. Yeah. How does my message get on the screen? Thomas the Lego Man. Well, when I click on it, when I see it and click on it. And now it did. I'm sorry if I missed the previous ones, but as you can tell, this chat goes up pretty fast. And sometimes, I'm a sinner. Sometimes, if I see a familiar name that I see every week, I tend to click on it more than a name that I don't see. It's human psychology, right? And I'm sorry about that. Uh, Boot up with Bay Sharp. How about story Mini Tini One at Pelly West? So you can just fly in and out and explore the West Coast without the big cross country drive. Well, that's kind of the idea. And that's kind of the idea. And then my idea was, if I was going to have a drivable and a towable, leave the towable at west and the drivable in the east. But actually, that's not a bad idea. Just it's going to be better for Minitini, in the sense that there's no humidity out there. So that's a great idea. We might do that actually. Jeffrey McCommon, zest for life. Zeus406, we miss your live music, Robert. We love the lives. Well, we did a Minitini Lounge a couple of weeks ago, live actually, before a live audience from the NJ24 meetup. As soon as I get back to Miami, I'm gonna try to do those at least once a month. Uh, Dylan Reynolds question: are you going to the RTR? Probably not. Um, it depends how early I can make it out west. I'm actually having serious thoughts about skipping the Tampa RV show and just going out west, but we'll see. Thomas the Lego Man, thanks, Robert. I go on a big road trip every year. We did the Midwest this year. The Midwest, it has some surprisingly good spots. I really like places like Kansas City, Des Moines, Iowa, as far as cities go. And then there's all these hidden gems. There's these rock formations in western Nebraska and in western Kansas, and
Mhm.
uh, and then the Dakotas have a lot to offer too. As far as cities, I love Dallas. Dallas would be considered the Midwest, or that's kind of the South. Um, Yeah, and then there's of course Chicago, which I visited recently, and there will be a video of Chicago right after the Spain series. So Rob on the Road, who was one of the live audience members and whiskey providers at the Minutini Lounge in New Jersey, says Minutini Lounge was great. Lots of extreme close-ups. Did you take any unflattering pictures of me? This is not my good. This is my good side. Anyway, uh, the usual suspects. That's what they. Amanda, as you sound so busy with work, Eliana must be a very patient person. Oh yes, she is. She's very patient with me after all these years. But this is the way I think of it. We work hard, but we play harder. We work long, but we play longer. So it's hard to balance. It's hard to balance, but um,
We do.
we do, we do. Mediterranean Lounge, cables, great friends, good adult beverages. Who could ask for more? And thank you, Jim, because Jim in DC actually, little known fact, Jim has like a whole recording studio in his tiny camper. I mean, you think Minitini is small, Jim is like even more compact. Uh, but I go like, oh, I need an XLR to a quarter-inch cable. Oh, I have it. I need an extra microphone. Oh, I have it. I need this USB adapter. Then Rob on the road actually had it, and we made it work. Gabriel Holistic Healing. Hey, Robert, I noticed you said you're going to retire in about 10 years. I thought you were closer to me in age. I've got about 4.5 years to retirement. Oh boy, I'm looking forward to that. Actually, that's like a date. That's not a date I'm not. That's the date I think I'm going to slow down a little bit. I love what I'm doing. I don't intend on retiring ever. If I'm that 85-year old, still making videos here, talking like this, and today we're going to Mount Katanik and we're gonna climb all the way. Maybe I can't physically, but yeah, I'm gonna be that guy. That Airbnb was great in Madrid. Yes, it was Mandalorian. Yes, it was. Aaron Perkins, where are you? Spain. Sorry, you answered this a billion times. Well, my videos are generally 3 months.
No, he wants to know where are you from?
Oh, where am I from? Yeah, maybe this man. How many? How many? It's only 6.2 alcohol, so I don't know what's going on with my brain. I was born in the island of Cuba. I was born in the island of Cuba 40, no, 53 years ago or so, and yeah, I lived there until I was 16. But then I lived in Spain for 15 months, so maybe I got a little bit of that Spanish accent at the time. So yeah, but you'll get Medicare when you turn 65, like me. Hey, there you go. We start getting discounts, which is good. I got another letter from the AARP a couple of months ago, which is totally uncalled for. Grand Canyon, did you hear they had to shut down all the hotels because of the water system problems? I did not know that. I mean, pumping water from the Colorado River, 3,000 feet below, it has to be a shore, right? I don't even know how they get water up there, but yeah, that's Domo arigato, Mister Robato, with parts made in Japan. Yeah, now they would be made in China, but back in the day of Mister Robato, they were made in Japan. Yeah. One day, my GPS will stand for Grand Philadelphia Shuffling. We're going to Philadelphia soon. Are you going to Hershey? Are you going to be at Hershey, Jim? Mr. GPS, great places seen on YouTube. Check out his channel. It's a good channel. Uh, Doug Himmelick, 80 years old, and we're still watching. There you go. And I intend to be. I mean, as long as the good Lord gives me health and the stamina and the desire to do it, I'm gonna be doing this. Yeah. Bob, wanna be our viewer? Happy RVversary. Look forward to following you for another 10. Thank you. I appreciate it. And the other reason, besides stamina and health and the desire to do it, as long as you guys watch, because if you guys stop watching tomorrow and I cannot make money doing this, I mean, I'm not Elon, you know. Um, and as you probably know, sometimes travel does cost quite a bit of money. So, what other country in Europe do you plan to visit? Well, eventually, over the next 10 years, I would love to visit every country in Western Europe. Uh, but on the short list, Italy, Germany. Well, we've been to Germany, but more Germany, Portugal. On the short list, maybe Greece. Um, Maybe go back to Scandinavia, like Sweden, Norway, and then work our way. You know, there's so many gems in the Poland, of course. You know, the farther you go east, you know. But I'm planning on working my way from the west to the east. So, Remy, thank you for that super chat. Truth be known, Robert Vids and music saved me. I was going to give up. Now I employ 9. Yes, Robert, do not forget the good Lord. Thank you, Remy. Thank you. And
Jeffrey de Bartolo, super chat.
did I miss Jeffrey DeBartolo?
Yeah.
Oh, Jeffrey DeBartolo, thank you for that super chat. Super chat. I wish I had the bell. Ding, 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 ding. You know, I know it's annoying. Happy 10th anniversary. Looking forward to 10 more years of adventures. Thank you, Jeffrey. I look forward to it too, you know. And and discover more hidden gems. I don't know. I'm thinking of doing more like themed based road trips, like Route 66, US 50, do like following, and I've been talking about this for a very long time, but following the path of books like Blue Highways and Travel with Charlie, you know, like good travel books, you know, go to Australia and just go through, in a sunburned country by Bill Bryson, excellent book. Greg Graham, England. Yes, absolutely. England is on the short list too. But that short list is not so short anymore, right? It's now like. But this is the thing. I've been to England ever so short, quickly. You know, it was like what 3, 4 days, 5 days maybe. Um, so I'm gonna do Italy first because we've never been there, and we want to visit Italy, Venice, Cinque Terre, the Tuscan Valley, the Tuscany, uh, as much as possible. Maybe we'll do a camper van, or maybe not a camper van, maybe like a small class C. And Zeus 406, how many hours do you drive before you say it's time to stop? It's usually half of Texas. I've said it. 420 miles is what is from Miami to. We did like 350 today, and that was a lot. A 2 second buff. Are we buffering again?
Publish.
I don't see it. Greg Graham loved Bill Bryson. Let me go back here. Route 66 sounds good. Um, Bob Liz, Julie and me started watching you in 2016 or 17. Always executive producers, enjoying every episode. Thank you so much, Bob. I really appreciate that, and I'm so happy that you like what I do. And I just enjoy in a sunburned country was the book that inspired me to go to Australia. I like it so much I went back a second time. Yeah, I have a feeling that once I go to Australia, I'm gonna want to go back too, because. But yeah, we'll spend more time in England next time. We can make a good trip and show you the great things. Definitely, if I go back to England, it's gonna be. I mean, I think England probably has enough for a month, for like a whole
At
month.
least.
Not just England, like the whole island of Great Britain, right? Because once I'm there, I cross the pond. I want to visit Scotland and maybe even Ireland as well, right? And then Wales and yeah, we really loved it when we were there in. That was a long time ago. That was 2015. That's 9 years ago. It's been 9 years, so we're certainly overdue. Who knows? We might start doing this digital nomad thing and just I think the and you're not in the Schengen zone, Britain, so we can spend up to 6 months in the Schengen zone. I think as Americans, so we'll just go into Britain for a month and then go back to the Schengen. And I mean, who knows? Hey, Darlene Barcelo, we were thinking about you the other day because we went to have lobster at that same spot where we had the meetup 3 years ago at what's it called, John's Lobster Pound, something Lobster Pound there in yeah, Cano, North Coast, 500 in Scotland. But it's difficult when in a camper with the size of roads. I hear that the roads up there are really narrow. Maybe a camper van, like one of those Fiat Ducatos. We'll see. Does it seem odd to travel without an RV? Is an adjustment. Well, it's odd to travel without your RV. In Spain, we rented a camper van, but the adjustments, yeah, it definitely is in the amount of things that you can take with you. And we don't like to check luggage, so we travel with a carry on and a backpack. That's it. So yeah, Greg Graham, yes, all of GB, lots of great places to tour around. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we definitely have to go back, but it's that conundrum, right? By the way, we're 7 minutes over time, and I didn't even notice. Uh, Alan Shinwood, traveling over. There's no way you'll miss Q25. All those YouTubers are waiting for your arrival. Uh, that's why I'm thinking of skipping like the Tampa show and just going there. But do Europe like Bald and Bankrupt, less editing. Yeah, but we have like different styles, Remy. I don't know. It's besides, Bald and actually I haven't seen him in a while, but he likes to go like to all the like for lack of a better word, bad places. He goes like to where there's poverty or crime or to demystify those concepts, right? He goes to a place where supposedly is the most dangerous place in the world, and it's like people are nice, and here we go, and he starts speaking Russian to
Yeah,
people,
but
and
I
it's so
don't know
good. But
the places he stays at. I wouldn't stay there. I'm sorry.
well, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's not like our thing, but yeah, he's a courageous one. Jim in DC. Some good Aussie road video is by Ed Pratt, who wrote a unicycle around the world. Great series. I'm gonna check it out. Wow, that's called Brown's Lobster Place. Yes, we were there like 2 weeks ago, I think. Feels longer, no, maybe less than 2 weeks. Just before we went into Maine. Uh, well, I think I'm gonna start wrapping this one up. We've gotten so lucky with the internet tonight. IPA, I promise adventure. I like that. Gabriel Holistic Healing. Gabriel's Holistic. Good night, Robert. You have a great weekend. If you decide to come up to Sonoma County, the real wine country of California, let me know. What Napa is not it, or Santa Ynez or What's the other one? Paso Robles. I know Sonoma is really good. Let me know. I'll give you a tour. Thank you. Thank you. We'll. I don't know if we're gonna make it to Northern California or that area next year, but you never know. You know the thing that we the way we do it, we don't really make too many detailed plans in advance, and so far that's how we like it. Anyway, should I grab the guitar? Yes, let's grab a guitar, do our signature song, and I'll see you next week. And where are we gonna be? Where in the world are we gonna be next week? You might ask. It's gonna be a whole new month. You know the good answer? I don't know. We may still be in Massachusetts, or we may be in Pennsylvania. I don't know. I haven't planned that far ahead. And that's the beauty of RV life, especially this time of the year, right after Labor Day. Things start quieting down. It's easier to find a campgrounds. And I still have a mess on top of this bed because we just got here. And Sonia's guitar is still in the car. I'll bring it in here next week. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. Yes, I'm free in my RV. Yeah, I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. 380 of you, because I'm free in my RV. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mark Z. Hammer, for that final super chat. Thank you all. Have a great weekend. Have a great Labor Day weekend for those of us in the US who have the holiday. And until next week, thank you for watching and see you on the road. Now let's go eat. Oh, this Sunday, Madrid, part 3, my old stomping grounds.